when you are forging a Chicago State University certificate, we are bringing the US into it. Where you have an FBI file with a total of 70,107 pages, the US has been brought into it. In fact, I was reliably informed that at the last UN General Assembly,
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
The recent terrifying news of an alleged forgery of a university certificate, CSU, Chicago State University certificate, by the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also the distancing of the United States government and the European Union government from Bola Ahmed Tinubu has kind of created concerns amongst those who are observant of these happenings and events, and some might even say crime. Well, one of those who is up and doing about this is no other than Udeyin, an investigative journalist. He has something to say, and this will blow your mind. Before we proceed, like and share this video, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, turn on the notification bell. Let us get right into it real quick as we analyze more that is out there.
After so much noise that they made about Tinubu supposedly having an exclusive sideline meeting with Joe Biden, the US president, the reason that meeting did not eventually happen was because Joe Biden was briefed that there is some information which is about to emerge about this guy, and if you allow yourself to be pictured with him or to posture yourself in any way that looks like you are aligning yourself with him, your political enemies are going to have you for lunch, right? And it's going to affect your re-election chances. And that's how come that meeting, which they spent weeks crowing about, didn't come close to happening. In fact, it was so bad that I think it was on a Wednesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday, during the UN General Assembly, that Tinubu and Biden were in the same building at the same time. I think Biden had given a speech, and his aides were trying desperately to book some kind of appointment or meeting with Biden, and Biden's people knocked them back. They don't want to be seen within a country mile of the guy now. It's like the guy has feces rubbed all over his body now. Nobody wants to be seen with him. Nobody wants to be near him. Both in the US, in the international space in general, his brand is toxic now, and it's only going to get worse. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he only has himself to blame for all of this. I think I said it long before the election that if he wasn't such a hubristic person who genuinely believes that everybody else is stupid except him, he would never have run for election in the first place. He would have just sat down in Bodilon and been, a kingmaker the way he had been for years, and he would have been okay with that role.
That was Uday. Now, there are those who are trying to interpret and explain, and it is becoming cloudy to many people who believe that once you go to any institution and you graduate from that institution, either partially, you either have a transcript if you did not finish, or you have a certificate that shows that you graduated from that school, that institution. Now, what is happening to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's certificate and his refusal to publicly present every of these things without fear is because there are skeletons in his cupboard. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has lived a false life in different forms. Why? It started with the name. Bola Ahmed Tinubu could not in any way apply for anything in his original name. He wants to take on that surname, Tinubu, and by so doing, he needed to take everything that surrounds it. Now, if someone is adopted, why couldn't he get a passport in that name originally and write exams in that name originally? Why is it so complex? Why is there discrepancy in male and female? Without further ado, let us listen to Keamo, and we'll listen more to shocking revelation.
I just explained that to you now.
You say they wise.
To us that he didn't go to a primary school. Is that what you're saying?
In those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. You read and pass GC from home. Great men do.
What?
Secondary school?
And the secondary school, that's GC now.
Man!
Ah,
What type of plane is this?
Yeah.
yes. They pass it from home. Yes, great men do. It, in fact, it is one of the virtues that you use to know great men. That they read from home. They read and dug in and bought the midnight oil from home. Shut up. One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there. They advertise it out there in the US. If you have lost your certificate, we can get it back for you.
Called Bola A. Tinubu was admitted in Chicago State University in 1977. Now, with respect to whether or not Chicago State University issued a diploma to such a student in 1977, the registrar said no.
That's what he said?
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Because when Atiku's lawyers drew his attention that have you ever seen a copy of this certificate that Tinubu presented to INEC in Nigeria as a qualifying certificate to contest election, his answer was, I have only seen this certificate in the course of the proceedings in Nigeria. It is not on our records in Chicago State University. And we cannot certify that we issued this certificate. And that is true. Because if you look at the documents released to Atiku, particularly document 0026, it speaks volumes as to whether or not that said Bola A. Tinubu actually graduated from Chicago State University. And why do I say so? Because the document says the student failed English and is required to go back and sit for English 222. And there is no further record to show that that Bola A. Tinubu went back to sit for that particular course, which was a requirement, a condition precedent for admission into Chicago State University. Mind you, the Bola A. Tinubu, who in one instance is female, in another instance is male, what was presented as the qualifying certificate for admission into Chicago State University was a GCE certificate purportedly obtained from Government College in 1970. And Government College Lagos, which is supposed to be the issuer of that same certificate, was not in existence up until 1974.
Case closed. I think that is basically what everyone will say after listening to what the gentleman said. He has made it clear it is not everybody that is stupid. Just like what Udain said, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has this hubristic tendency, believing that every other person is stupid and he's the only person that is intelligent. I do not want to agree that Bola Ahmed thinks that people are stupid. Bola Ahmed knows that people are intelligent, but he believes that he can just slide, muscle his way, buy his way, and do all of those things just to attain and get what he wants in life. And he is in a society, in a country that tries on that. It's as simple as ABC. As regards his certificate issue, university certificate, the question is, did Bola Ahmed Tinubu attend a secondary school at all? That is it. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended a secondary school, why is it difficult for him to present this? And also, are all of his classmates RIP? Are they not alive? Where are they? Oh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has paid them, he has shut them down, and he has muscled on some of them, saying if you speak, you will go down. Because someone must have attended school with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Someone definitely will recognize him. Where are these people? Did Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to Festus Keyamo, school at home, teach himself, self-taught, read, and he passed exams in the name of, in quote, the person that he's taking the name of? What exactly is wrong with Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Does Bola Ahmed Tinubu appear or look like someone who cannot read and write? He can read and write. So he must have gone through some form of education somehow. Or is it that he didn't write exams at all? What exactly is it? This is a man who they said worked in Mobile. How was he able to do every of this? Is it just to sit down in the office and take salaries? Is that all? He must have done something. So what exactly is it? Is it that he didn't pass, he didn't finish from any university, but he has learned, he has taught himself how to do accounting, bookkeeping? How did Bola Ahmed Tinubu end up getting a job? How was he able to do every of these things? I know that countless stories of some quack doctors. If I calling them okay, let's call them quack doctors. I mean fake doctors. These doctors have never gone to the four walls of any university, but they have learned here and there. Either they were a cleaner in an hospital or a clinic, and they have learned one or two things because they are intelligent, and they open their own private practices. Even in the US, not until they got found out. We have seen a pilot, according to what I heard, a pilot who had never passed. He presented fake, but he's able to fly aircraft. And he did this for about 25 years of his life without crashing or without crashing any aircraft. Not until the body one day found out that this dude never attended the aviation school that he claimed he attended. And some people said, well, you know what? Let us look at the experience and forget about the school. And I said, wow, like seriously? Educational bodies or institutions are put there to be a kind of benchmark. If not, anyone can claim to be a graduate of this, graduate of that, without going through the process. That is why exams, tests, thesis are done. What are your own thoughts as regards all that you have learned and heard? Because there are some who presently have forged certificates, some did not graduate, and they believe that they can, swiftly move through it. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu had ever think he will become president or any of this will come hunting him, maybe he would have done better. Maybe he would have found a way to adjust, or he tried, but he could not. Just imagine if Bola Ahmed Tinubu had attended all of these schools in Nigeria, he probably would have found a way to buy his way into the archives of the school. And just like how Buhari was presented a wax certificate without attending or writing exams, that's the same way it would have been presented. But now, the university does not know how to go about this issue of did Bola Ahmed Tinubu attend, did he graduate? There are two things. Attending is different from graduating. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that name, that record, we cannot say the university must know who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. We are talking about millions of students that attended that school, or that are still attending the school and will still attend the school. So they cannot know one Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What they will do is to go to their records to see, is there any yearbook with the picture of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? That's one. Are there any record, admission, letter, and all of that of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? That's all, nothing more. They cannot keep records more than that. So for those who are saying, well, how come the school does not know? The school is not, the school cannot exactly say this is the face of the person, we know him. Only people who attended school with him will say, okay, I think I know this guy. He used to be in my class. He used to come late. We used to be this, we used to be that. And some people have come up, we don't know how through what these people are saying. Have they been paid or not? We do not know. But people say, yes, we know him. So it means that one way or the other, Bola Ahmed Tinubu must have gone to that school, but maybe he did not graduate. He simply looked for a face certificate and he presented that to Mobile to work. Is that the story? Is that the case? What are your thoughts? Like and share, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.